How are you doing this morning, ma'am?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
We're doing great, Miss Abigail. Social Security. It's a subject that you really don't dig in and know a lot about it until it's time. Just some quick questions on this. How can people determine if they're eligible for SSI payments?
Or so I think just getting folks aware of our various programs here at the agency. So, of course, folks are more familiar with our retirement benefits, but like you mentioned, we also administer the Supplemental Security Income Program, most popularly known by its acronym SSI, and that's how I'll refer to it the rest of this conversation. But for most people, if they are an adult or they have a child with a disability or blindness, and they have income and resources below specific financial limits, that's really what we're looking for as far as eligibility requirements for folks. So we know that everybody is different, but if folks have questions or want to learn more about our program, they can visit us online at www.ssa.gov/SSI, or they can give us a call at 1-800-772-1213 to speak to a representative and book an appointment to start that process today.
So, what else is involved in the process? You book this appointment, and then what are people looking at in order to see? They know they're eligible. What's going to be the process after booking that appointment?
Sure. So I'll give you just a quick note. For folks that think that they might be eligible, a really good gauger is if they're receiving SNAP benefits, formerly known as food stamps. That's a really good gauger that they might be eligible for SSI. But as far as the process goes, we ask that folks, once they've booked their appointment, they come into the field office. They can provide additional income resource information to our colleagues at the field offices, and our colleagues can help them through the entire process to fill out that application during during that appointment. They will have to wait some time for approval, but ultimately, once they apply, they can hold that date to ultimately receive benefits starting the day that they submit that application, even if there is a bit of a wait until they receive benefits.
Miss Abigail, why is Social Security expanding its outreach to the community?
Great question. So we know that during the pandemic and even after, now that we're coming out of the pandemic, we did see a low number of applications that were coming into our agency. So we wanted to make sure that we were reaching out to people in their communities to tell them about the eligibility criteria, letting them know how they can contact us so that we can provide them that additional support during their appointment at the field office. And especially for folks who might speak a language other than English, we want to make sure that folks are aware. And even if folks are listening that might not think that they're eligible for SSI, we ask them that they share this information. Our phone number is 1-800-772-1213 to share this information with friends, family, colleagues that they might know who might need that additional support.
Why is the campaign focusing mostly on underserved communities?
That's a great question. So we know that we did find out that during the pandemic, there were folks that didn't have access to a computer to reach us online, right? We know that folks, even after the pandemic, might not have access to transportation. So we do ask them to give us that call at 1-800-772-1213, and we can start helping them go through this process via the phone as well. We also know that folks, are working. They might have to take time off to come visit us at a field office. And so we're trying to make it easier for folks to understand the eligibility requirements, to let them know that they can start that process online if they do have access to a computer. But most importantly, 8 million people are currently receiving benefits for our Supplemental Security Income Program. And maybe this is a nudge that they need if they think that they might be eligible for this program. We do urge folks that even if they have any doubts to go ahead and apply, and we can get them started on that process today.
One last question for you, Miss Abigail. How is Social Security using data to reach people across the country right now? Because that's the key, is we get this in front of as many people as we can.
Exactly. So we're working with our data gurus here at SSA to be able to look at communities where folks are living under the federal poverty threshold to ensure that those folks are aware about our eligibility criteria, but also, through these radio interviews, also if folks are seeing our publications, on the highway, if they're seeing them at their local stores or through their nonprofit public libraries, if they're seeing them, that means that we're reaching out to their communities. And again, even if folks that are listening or that are seeing these flyers or publications, even if they think that they're not eligible, please, we ask them to share that information with friends, loved ones who might need that additional support. Last year, we received over 1.7 million applications, but we know that our job is not done. We know that folks are still out there who might need support for basic needs like shelter, food, clothing, and medicine. And we want to make sure that those folks know that we are here to help support them in their day-to-day to make sure that they can meet those basic needs.
For more information on the Social Security campaign and eligibility criteria, go to www.ssa.gov/SSI. People without access to the internet can call Social Security's national 1-800 number. That's 1-800-772-1213 to speak to a representative. This system has been a backbone and a stabilizer for our country for a long, long time. And knowing where you're at and what is due you is very important. And it's also important we keep it strong and healthy. For more information, once again, contact the Social Security campaign at www.ssa.gov/SSI or give them a call toll free at 1-800-772-1213. Miss Abigail, thank you for the great information this morning. We really appreciate your time.
Of course. Thank you for having me on.
Anytime. Thank you so much. All right. That's going to wrap it up today. I've got tickets to see Herb Alpert. All you have to do is be my seventh caller. Give me a call at 806-350-0710. You pick up those two tickets. Call me right now. You know the two rules. Be kind, be careful. Big Tuesday plan?
Pretty calm.
Pretty calm. Yeah, back to normal now. Normal routine since the spring break's over. So whatever you're doing today, be careful out there. Be kind to each other. And come back tomorrow morning. Hopefully Chuck is feeling a little bit better and we can kick this all off bright and early once again. You know the two rules. Be kind. Be careful. We'll see you tomorrow right here on The Chat.